Yo guys, it's JJ here, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to make a 21 Savage type beat. However, it's going to be for his latest album, American Dream, and we're going to be doing this in the style of Metro. Before we get into the video guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, on the way to 2k subs, and of course, new year, new me. All the support is appreciated, and I'm going to be bringing in some very nice new fresh content from February onwards, just because I'm in the middle of an exam season right now, so hope you all can bear with me. But with all that being said, let's just jump straight into the video. The first thing to note, we're doing this at 140 BPM and the scale is in G minor with the preset German pop clean from the Piano V VST, because we always gotta have a nice key when it comes to these beats. Looking at the main melody, it's very simple. All we do is start from that nice little G, take it up to that D, and then just go back and forth, and then take it up an octave for the second half of the 8 bar. The final thing I did was click Alt R to pull up this randomizer, and then I played with the velocity knob just to add a human element to make it sound more natural. And this is what the piano sounds like. As for the effects, it was pretty simple. I got an EQ cutting some highs and lows and dug in some harsher frequencies. And next up, I used some Valhalla vintage reverb just to add a little bit of reverb and create that ambience that we'd like to hear in these melodies. And then last but not least, I stereo separated it around 50% just to really widen it within the headphones. And the next thing I did was give myself the exact same VST open, but I'm using a different preset called the German Classical Clean. And then looking at the root notes, all I did was get that G and then take it down 5 semitones into that D, create a nice little bit of variance, and to add some very dark element within the bass line. And it's pretty straightforward, so this is what the root notes sound like. As for the effects, again, a pretty simple EQ cutting off my lows, and then a slight bit of a Valhalla vintage reverb, but as you can hear, we're already creating this very authentic and classic Savage sound. And the next thing I did was get myself an instance of Analog Lab 5 with an art preset called Hopscotch, and again, the pattern's very simple. It's a nice little two different chord progression, and all I do is get myself a normal minor chord playing at the beginning. And then for some variation over here, I just drop the root notes into the D and take that A sharp into an A, just because notes are semitone apart, create tension, which is that nice dark vibe which we want for these Metro and 21 beats. And now this is what the ARP sounds like. Again, the effects are just another EQ, and then a bit more Valhalla vintage reverb, because these sounds are already so well put together that I don't feel that there's a need for effect. And on top of that, the ARP really fills in that nice little like mid-frequency range, which was missing something. And then the last thing I did to the sound was I actually stereo separated it to the max, just because I really want it in the back to really fill in that void. And now for the final two things I actually did was, first of all, I went back to my piano melody and I just switched it up a bit. All I did was add this nice little A sharp, and as you can see, it just creates that nice little kind of ARP chord progression, just to give a bit of variation within the whole melody. And then same with the top line. And as for the final sound to the whole melody, all I did was give myself an instance of Omnisphere, the Growl and Mooger based preset, and it's a really dope preset for these dark Metro 21 beats. And all I did was place the two notes on G and D. However, I didn't let them play for the full 4 bar because I feel like it creates a nice little bit of tension when you have that bass roaring in and then cut out halfway through. But now, with all that being said, this is what the melody for 21 Savage's album American Dream sounds like. There we have it, creating that nice authentic feeling that we want for this kind of vibe. And now it's time to move into the drums, but just bear in mind all these are from my free essential kit, link in the description. Go grab that right now. First thing I actually did was get myself a nice little hi-hat pattern. First thing I did for the drums was get myself a nice little simple. First thing I did for the drums was get myself a nice simple hi-hat pattern. And as you can see, all I did was add myself a normal step roll here, and then one more all the way over here, and then copy and pasted it over to make a full 8 bar. Because really, you want to let 21 do his thing over these beats. You don't want to really flood it out, make it super complex. So that's why I did that. And then the next thing I did was get myself a normal Lex Luger clap, add it in at the start of every third measure on each beat. That's really it. So this is what the clap and the hi-hat sound like. Next up, for a bit of bounce, I got myself this nice little snare. Play it in every 2 bar, as you can see over here, and then I just copy and paste it again 3 more times for a full 8 bar. And for a further bit of bounce, I got myself a nice little open hat that comes in on the second measure of every beat at the very beginning of every 4. And next up, I got myself this open hat, which comes at the beginning of every 4 bar on that nice little second measure. And that's really it, just so I can create a nice bit of bounce. So now this is what the snare with the open hat sounds like. And now we're moving on to the 808 with a relatively simple pattern. All I do is get myself a nice little bounce going here, then add myself a nice little half step roll by going up to the magnet tool, half step, and as you can see, got myself a half step roll going, and then play myself that regular 808 pattern. And I pretty much copy and paste it over with some variation in having this note an octave higher. Then got myself an 808 rolling in down to the new root key of D, and then do the same exact pattern all the way alongside here. As well as that, for the kicks, all I did was just copy and paste the 808 over, and that's pretty much it. So now this is what the 808 and the kicks sound like. And now for the final component in the whole beat, I got myself this nice little Congo that we always hear in these Metro and 21 beats, and just got myself a nice little roll at the end of every 8 bar for a bit of variation. And now, without further ado, this is what 4 beats for 21 Savage's American Dream sounds like. There we have it. But now, let me just walk you all through the beat structure itself. And looking at the first thing we did, we got ourselves this nice little 8 bar for the intro. Just got the root notes playing with the 808. Just got myself the root notes playing with the bass line. And then I got myself the kick, the hat, and the hi-hats and the clap playing just before the beat drops. And then as soon as the beat drops, I got myself that nice little 1-2 melody going on here with the root notes and all of these central drums playing alongside it. But then for the second 8 bar for some variation, I now kick in that new high top counter melody where it's kind of like that repeating chord progression. And then I just got all them snares and open hats playing together. And then looking into the verse section, it's a total of 3 8 bars, which makes it a total of 24. And all I did was go back to a nice little pattern with the root notes and that counter melody. Then myself that nice little like kick and 808 bounce with the clap. And then I introduced the hi-hats halfway through just to give it a bit of a nice little bounce. And then for the second part of the verse section, I now start introducing that nice little arp, get that variation going, keep the beat interesting. And I got myself that nice little new counter melody. And then for the final 8 bar, just for a bit of variation and to show that it's building in back to the chorus, I now strip away all the drums, reintroduce the bass line, got myself that very simple high top melody playing. Then all I did, copy and paste the chorus again here and here and here, and then all I did was copy and paste the verse section one more time. There you have it, guys, a full tutorial on how to make an American Dream type beat. Hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and of course I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.